Confessions of a Recovering Non-Voter. So when I started off, I spent years as a non-voter. People don't believe that now because I'm so involved in politics, but I really was a non-voter, and this was going to be the reform of a non-voter, but recovering, because there's so many ups and downs in voting, that recovery sounded better. So the reasons not to vote: my vote doesn't matter. That's what I always used to say. Choosing between the greater of two evils, that's what you've got to do. Like, you know, the Wiggles and the little tiddlydinks, whatever they call it. Like, who knows? So I resisted all these arguments. I used to argue with my mom and my sister all the time. It's important to vote just because it is. You must exercise your right to vote. The piece de resistance, people have fought and died for your right to vote. And I always thought people have fought and died for a whole lot of stupid things. But so the road to recovery is the recognition of the problem. You got to work through it, acknowledgement that you can do it, your unique path. There will be a relapse. Again, like I said, this is recovery because people will hurt you. You will lose. And so you've got to continue on that road to recovery. So what changed my tune? Really what it was looking out. I started getting involved in the community and saying, okay, what's the biggest sticking point in Memphis? What's the sticking point that people aren't really addressing? And it really was politics and people getting involved in politics, and it plays a huge role in what we do. So no matter whether you believe in big government or small government, it has a big impact on how we live, how we travel, how we recreate, and perception of government is what influences whether businesses come here, community development, how people see themselves. So can you really impact politics? This gets back to, does your vote count? Well, do you have friends? Do you have family? Do you have Facebook friends? Do you have a couple of bucks that you can put aside and give to a candidate that you really like and that you can support for a cause? If that's the case, you can support it. So voter demographics, we all know that young people don't vote. But even on the age, if you go up to the age 30 to 45, if we could just increase that by a few percentage points, we could really change how elections went. In May, when the county commission was pretty much decided, you can see only 3% of people under 30 voted. So power and money, that's what I always say. It's a balance of power and money. How do you win in politics? Power and money, the people, the participation, the charisma, the money, big money, small money. It's all about a balance of the two. And so you can make an impact. So how do you pick your unique path to action? The easiest thing, vote. You can advocate. You can go see your city council, county commission. You can support people with money. You can donate, campaign, and actually get in there and run for office. My path, the path that I took, was to get involved. I started paying attention to local politics, saying, okay, I actually did go vote. I tried on vote, and I said, okay, this is not too bad. I guess I could do it. And look for opportunities to engage, and tried to talk to other people about how can we engage. So my path became kind of a new path, got together with some friends, and we all political novices got together and said, okay, well, the best thing that we can do, looking at what the resources we have available, start a PAC. And as all politics is local, we'll focus on the local politics. These are two of my favorite politicians, Tamika Hart and Mike Carpenter, because they stand for what they believe in, no matter the slings and arrows that get thrown at them. So you can make a difference. Good elected officials can make a difference. Okay, politics can be fun. You meet a lot of interesting people, believe me. You see things that defy logic. You meet people who defy logic, and they will defy it emphatically. Just ask Brian. I'm sure Brian can talk about that a little bit when he gets up here about consolidation. So we're working towards it, but it can be fun because we're working towards a common goal. Campaigns really bring people together. You kind of start to form a family, and people will pour their hearts into campaigns when they really believe in a campaign. So the relapse, that's kind of this part of recovery. Losing sucks. You will lose. Whether you're just voting, whether you're campaigning, whether you're running for office, you will probably lose at some point, and you will be frustrated. But don't relapse into a coma. Recover, because you can continue on the road to engagement. Becoming engaged is worth it. The more, the merrier. So getting your friends, getting family, getting people you know engaged. And if all else fails, you know, voting is easy. You can always go vote. Early vote. I'll tell you a trick, go to North Memphis. People hardly vote over there, so it's always no lines. So the important things that are coming up. We got the metro government. You'll hear from Brian later on talking about that. In 2011, we got municipal races. If we don't have well, even if we got metropolitan government. 2012, 2014 bid election years. Go to myrepresentatives.com, a side plug for a 48-hour launch business that we started. Myrepresentatives.com. Find out who all your representatives are. Coalition for Better Memphis, League of Women Voters. And again, remember that these are the list of things that you can do. It's not hard. It's important to get involved. We can vote. We can advocate. If you're interested in running for office, really consider it. It's an amazing journey. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.